Welcome to Elton CKD Close Quarters, Weapons and Non-Weapons. These video guides are designed to show you each movement technique. Please practice the move, get it fluent so it's second nature, and then concentrate on building up the speed. Red Senior Close Quarter Non-Weapon, and this is the rear choke, sometimes called the naked choke. The naked choke, I'm going to show you how to put it on first of all. It is a vicious choke done by somebody who's trained in doing it, like a doorman, security officer, wrestler, something like that. If they're trained in putting on this choke, you've got very little options of escape. So I'm going to suggest that you try 3 options. One of them will loosen the person up enough for you to make your escape. If you just try the one option, then you'll be asleep very soon. So let's look at the actual choke itself. I'm going to ask Chris to go down onto his knees, right? This is only so that you get a better view of what's happening, and you'll actually be moving around so you can see. This is the naked choke. I'm going to place my arm around his neck so my elbow is against his Adam's apple, just here. This hand will either rest on my bicep of the other arm, or it will go underneath. There's 2 variations of this one. For this one, I'm going to rest on top of my bicep. This hand comes behind, so now I'm going to ask Chris to move to the side. Here I am, onto my bicep, and this one goes behind the head here, which presses forward, and to make the choke work, I'm squeezing my chest muscles in and forward like this. In training, you will be exceedingly careful when applying this choke in training. It's in our syllabus because it's so dangerous. I want you to know how to get out of it. So I'm going to ask Chris now to put that choke onto me. Here goes. So, my arteries are being clamped. Blood flow to the brain is being reduced. My windpipe is being restricted. So he's got me in 2 ways. Sooner or later I'm going to be asleep. If he contracts his chest muscles and pulls my head forward, I'm going to go to sleep. It's a wonderful choke for the attacker. So what do we do about this? Number 1 is at least try and relieve one of the restricted areas. I can't help out my arteries, unfortunately, but I can suck some air in, and I use all my strength and all my willpower to get my chin inside his elbow. At least now I've got some air going into my lungs. Now for the comfort of Chris, I'm going to release that, because it can hurt after a while, and it serves its purpose in demonstrating. So I'll tap my chin in, and it stays there. And obviously you will spend a second or 2 trying to get air in by pulling these arms down. Now you've got to think about escape. Try 3 different ways. Not 1, not 2, but try all 3 and then go back and try the first one again. You've got to escape from this move. Number 1, I suggest to see whether he's trained or not. If he's untrained, his eyes and head will be exposed, probably looking over your head, and his fingers will be exposed. So you don't know whether he's trained or not, so let's assume he's not. So over here, I've got some air coming into my lungs, and I'm now searching around for his head, and I've found the eyes. And I'm going to really hurt those eyes. I'm going to get my fingers in and do whatever I need. I don't care how macho and big he is. If he's fearful of losing an eyelid, he's going to let go. Alright, but this guy's trained, so he's turned his head away, so I can't get to his eyes. Now I've got to search for fingers, anything. Don't care where those fingers are, follow the arms up, found one. Can you see this? I found a finger. Now in real life, I'll be wrenching that back. I want to break that finger, and of course once you've done that, you've got room to escape. But this guy's even better than that. He's hit his head, and he's hit his fingers the best that he can. And now I realise now that this guy knows what he's doing and he means business, and now I'm starting to feel the effects of the choke and the lack of blood to my brain. So the final result is here. Again, use all your strength to relieve this pressure in the forearm. Step behind him That won't be easy to do. But this is your third option in real life. Step behind him here. My knee is against the back of his knee. And then force your way out, but keep hold of the arm. Don't let go of the arm, because now you've got your counter here. Can you see what I'm doing here? I'm using my forearm against his wrist, my hand against the rear of his elbow here, and I've got a crude but effective armbar takedown. Make you escape after punishing the man very severely for doing what he's done to you. Now, say that didn't work. I'll ask Chris to apply this again. So I tried looking for the eyes, looking for weak spot. I've tried looking for fingers, anything that I can hurt and pull. I've tried coming back down here. That's not working, it's far too strong. Come back up where you started and go for the eyes again. Sooner or later he's going to make a mistake. Thank you, Chris. Naked choke.